Hello everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Showcase. By today's request, we'll do today's charm, and while doing it and quickly creating the video for it, well, finishing the video is more like, but it just a little strange to me why this one exists. Anyway, it's Caitha's Chime. I think it's pronounced her name, but regardless, it's the same one from the Dark Souls 2 Chime. Visually, even so. The description reads, Sacred Chime blessed by Caitha, goddess of tears, rare among the Valkyrian clerics. Now, affected by intelligence is a rare thing for miracle catalysts, well, there's only two of them. It's also agreeable with miracles that lean towards dark. Its existence is concealed in the name of the Archbishop as the Athamina. I have to Google that word. Anyway, the skill is the Gentle Prayer, which shared across all chimes. Recover HP for a period of time, albeit extremely slowly, works quick in either hand. So yes. And since we're seeing like the very same thing as the Sunless Talisman, the only difference here is coming down to this special. Where you want the Unfaltering Prayer or the Gentle Prayer is all up to you. Visually, it's identical to what it was in the previous Dark Souls. And in the previous Dark Souls, well, I have to look at stats, but I'm pretty sure they were just about the same, but maybe not as powerful. Maybe not. I didn't use a whole lot of faith builds in Dark Souls 2. It was a long time ago. Back in the Xbox 360. A long time ago. Ugh, I feel old now. Moving on to the stats for Caitha's Chime. Well, for the spell buff, we can see it got a rather large 169. The original spell buff, 20. Yep. This thing really gets good mileage, but it uses intelligence as well. Now for the true bonus, we got E for strength, and C for intelligence, and B for faith. But you need intelligence for a true requirement. You need 3 strength, 12 intelligence, and 12 faith. And then we got the Gentle Prayer of 13 FP. Alright, and the weight of the weapon, or chime, is 0.5. Now it should be said also that the miracles do not draw upon intelligence, only dark miracles do. Only dark miracles. Same thing as the Sunless Talisman. So we're seeing a lot of things on repeat here. Going on to the animations for the Caitha's Chime, well, we can set the life-stealing scythe I'll be using for dark miracles, as well as my Great Lightning Spear. Now also we can see it does not use sorceries at all. 0 sorceries. It just buffs the dark miracles. And we have the Gentle Prayer, which is roughly stands on for a minute and can generally heal you over time, which is pretty good. But however, if you take it off, you see the spell immediately wears off, so you must have it equipped for it to fully use. When upgrading this chime, you'll need Twinkling Titanite. No surprise given its nature. Now, for strength and intelligence, for the true bonus, it goes up to a D and then a B. So pretty good. And for the spell buff, you get 5 points. So we're going to get a lot of spell buff real quickly here. And next upgrade, the Faith Ball Tree bonus goes to an A. So, plenty of bonus. Damage is there and okay, but meh. Now we are at the final upgrade. So there you have it. So you get a lot of buff out of this, you get a lot of a true bonus, and mediocre damage, but we're not using it for the physical attack strikes. Alright, let's move on to performance. Now let's test this life-stealing scythe. Now I do have my rings buffing myself up here, so I can do more damage. So 316 for that attack. Now with my life on scythe here, do more. Okay, got myself hurt. Now let's just try and do this without getting hurt myself. Alright, nearly 400 damage. Much better. Ugh. Man, that guy hurts if you don't wear the proper rings and proper armor. Oh, come on, don't kick me in the face. But otherwise we can see that there's definitely a boost here. Like I said, it does not buff my Lightning Spear at all. But it does, however, make my life on scythe much stronger. And again, you can see there, it barely breaks 300, where my life on scythe almost breaks 400. So pretty good, pretty good. Okay, let's get these guys out of the way, and then I'll test my attacks without the ring. So against these deacons, they have very poor dark defense. They do have dark defense, it's not a very good one. But oh well. In terms of damage, it's acceptable. You don't use a whole lot of FP, it's just a bit slow. You can see it's pretty much my fault against my miracles. They have roughly the same defense. Okay, I removed my miracle ring now, and let's test the attacks. Let's see, Life Hunt Scythe. So you get only 300 damage, and okay, I did my double hit with the lightning. Let's try again from distance, and you can see there, 260 roughly. So not nearly as powerful or impressive. Now against the Gorgal, Life Hunt Scythe is fast enough to make him his bitch. You can spam this and just get this fight over and done with in a really rapid way. It's plenty powerful. Now for the Black Knight, where he has no dark resistance, this will hurt him the most. Lightning, he does have resistance, but dark, he has 0. So this guy's usually pain? Not here. 620. Colossal damage. At times he's had no dark resistance. Just destroys him. Anyway, I'll do something interesting. I'll compare them directly in this video. So if you have to jump to a different view, no, you can do it right here. You see my Sunless Talisman is just slightly weaker by 3 buff points. And that's it. So let's try this. Lightning Spear. 185, that's 3 points less. 3 damage points less. Damn, and that's like, what, 11? For the dark? So, you can see that the Chime is slightly more powerful ever so slightly. But in the end, I don't think that's pretty insignificant. So it's up to you whether you want the Gentle Prayer or the continuous healing. Or the, Unfaltering Prayer. And we can see here I use the Gentle Prayer, and it heals me the same amount as the other one. Again, it's active for a minute. So, again, the health restored is not tremendous, but it is over time, and it's passive. Let's move on to the pros and cons of Caitha's Chime, which will share a lot of the same pros and cons with the Sunless Talisman. They are almost identical, other than they're special, and very small stats difference. Anyhow, on the pros, this Chime boosts Dark Miracles. And it scales with intelligence for those Dark Miracles. Alright. The special is ever so helpful. And has wonderful buff scaling. Alright. On the cons, well, you must have high stats to draw out its full potential. That is pretty much the only real true con to this. I could say the intelligence doesn't affect the faith, but then again, it acts like any other Chime's damage. So I don't really consider that a con. Alright. Going on to the score for Caitha's Chime. It's almost identical, but there's a slight difference. The buff gets a 10 out of 10. It draws on both, and you get a lot of buff out of this for those Dark Miracles. And for special, I'll give it 6 out of 10. I find the Gentle Prayer just slightly better than the Unfaltering Prayer. I'd much rather heal than be uninterrupted by point-blank attacks. But that's my preference. For the bonus, I'll give it 10 out of 10. Again, you draw heavily from both faith and intelligence, which is plenty good and gets plenty of damage out there. And for the misc, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. The Sunless Talisman gets a 7, but this gets 8 for having a slightly better special in my opinion, and very slightly ahead in stats. Very slightly. But oh well. In the end, they both do wonderful, and the Caitha's Chime gets 34 out of 40, which is a must-have. Doesn't really matter which one you choose, both are wonderful. And that kind of concludes how I feel about this Chime. It's kind of like, it doesn't really matter which one you choose. You could go for the Chime, or you can go for the Unfaltering Prayer with the Sunless Talisman. It really doesn't matter too much in the end. Both of them soft cap at 45, so the people claim, and they both almost do the same damage. Almost. If you use one or the other, your opponent are just as threatened as you were using the other. But that's been Showcase for today. I'd like to thank you all for watching. I hope to see you guys next time. Take care out there.